Gemini, Cancer, Cusp. Welcome to Told Us Love Tarot. It is I, your favorite Gemini, Cancer, Cusper, or Gemini, Cancer fanatic, Megan. And if this is your first time here, thanks for stopping by. If you don't know anything about cusps or you don't believe in cusps, but you wanted to check this out because you are someone who's born between June 17th and June 23rd, come on by. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot of pre-messages today, Gemini, Cancer, Cusp, and I'm going to start it with that I have noticed my readings have become so much clearer, and like everything is connecting from the pre-message to my index cards to the tarot cards, and I'm super attributing it to me saging the shit out of everything lately. I probably smell like a Roman Catholic Easter Mass right now because I've been saging everything, this whole apartment. Someone out there was like, wow, that was so descriptive. I know exactly what she's talking about. Yeah, that smoke that it's sage. And that's a whole nother story that you can go look up, the importance of using sage to clean energy, because that's what they were doing in the churches. But there's something to it. Also, I've been using my, where is it? Waterfall incense burner up there in conjunction. There's a whole lot of smoke going on in this apartment, which I am technically an air sign, so I always thought that was interesting that here I am, someone who loves the breeze and wind and smoke and this and that, and I'm actually an air sign. So maybe I said this I've been saying this in a couple of my readings now, especially if you've been into tarot and you've been watching me. I also have crystals, but I'm not trying to go down this rabbit hole or whatnot. I'm just saying, if you are gifted sage by someone or you have the opportunity, if it within the next couple days pops up somewhere, or you had just seen sage in a store, this is your message that you should try getting some and consider saging your house. Your energy. Make sure the windows are open, or if you're saging yourself, you're doing it outside. Having the windows open is very important. It would be like dusting a really dusty place with the windows closed. You're just kicking the dust up in the air and it's just gonna settle somewhere else. If you have an open window though, and as you're cleaning, you're saying and thinking positive thoughts, I would even encourage dancing. Put on some music that you like, whether it's that gangster rap where you're out here feeling like a G saging this bitch, or you got your country music on and your hat is on and these boots were meant for stomping on this motherfucking bad energy. Whatever the hell it is, Gemini, Cancer, Cusp, this is a message. And you would be surprised that when our mental, emotional, verbal energy is clear and in a good space, how it affects the physical. So if there's someone around you who is coughing, I had a feeling there was something about someone could be really sick or has been sick or has been fighting something. I don't know why I'm saying sage. Just try clearing out the air. My pre-message is gonna flip and go on forever, but there's reasons why I'm doing these readings, whatnot. I almost did this reading last night, but then it would have been my third of the day, and I even started it, and it just wasn't, I just knew I wasn't able to give what I know I would normally be able to give if it had been like the first reading of the day. I could feel myself skipping over things, so I chose to stop and end that reading and start it again. There's no such thing as a coincidence or something that's just ironic in my world. It's like there's a message. So maybe there's a Gemini Cancer cusp out there that's finding that, seeing that the work they've done, or finding like, I can do this better, I got to do this better. The big thing that was in my head last night before the meeting, and it does already kind of trickle into today, is I feel like there's a Gemini Cancer cusp who's feeling like a real juxtaposition within themselves, down to, I was even thinking like the qualities of a Cancer and the crab are a soft person with a hard outer shell. And my experiences with Cancer people is they can be kind of tough looking and quiet to begin with, but once you get to know them, they're really actually soft, good-hearted, warm people. So in the opposite of that though, a Gemini, the Geminis are one of the friendliest, most outgoing signs. They're the one who's going to be saying hi to you before you're saying hi to them. And it's just their desire to appear friendly and be friendly and come across as unintimidating. Now, put that with, that's like a juxtaposition in itself with the Cancer. And I feel like there was some sort of juxtaposition going on with someone right now where they could be going through it. Like someone's like in a funk, going through a depression. It could relate to something that's either happened around this time of year or is going on this time of year. Maybe someone literally has been sick. Maybe they've had COVID and have had like the rug ripped out from under them and they've been really, really sick. So that's, I even have knocked over, like someone, like something happened. I have time of year, question mark. I put should be happy time of year, question mark. So I have written like anniversary because these are all things that connected to me, what I was seeing, what I was thinking about as I was getting ready for this reading. Could be the anniversary of something and you're finding that you're like sick and tired and you can't celebrate it. You should be happy right now and you're physically like you can't, it doesn't feel good. But you know you're gonna get by and it's gonna end up working out okay. Someone is going to the doctors or has been to the doctors or is going, like literally there's a big thing of going to the doctors right in the middle of this Gemini Cancer cusp. It doesn't have to be you, it could be someone around you, but someone is at the doctors, and like I said, it could be something is, someone is sick, something, it doesn't have to be a physical sickness, like maybe mental, like something has happened and mentally they can't like cope. And the song on right now is Death Don't Have No Mercy. So then I started thinking too about like this new Gemini Cancer cusp, like the season of the witch just popped into my head, but the season is coming up and we're going to be like having our turn around the sun, and I started thinking about a change in this Gemini who is succumbing to these changes in themselves and not fighting them anymore. And what a big chunk of it was is someone going more and more kind of against the grain of society where they used to follow it more. Like I wrote hippier and hippier, but in my head I was specifically thinking crunchy, like looking towards holistic, natural alternatives than modern medicine. And what the heck is this? this is what I'm saying, like a juxtaposition. They were just showing the Sex Pistols, the complete opposite of hippier and hippier. There's been some change in someone, or they're finding themselves like who they were in the past is completely changing or leaving. And as I was writing hippier and hippier, thinking like this past person who they normally were, who following societal standards, is leaving. The pen that I've been using for months, weeks, months, maybe not months, weeks doing this, just died. You could see my scribbling marks all over here trying to get it to work. And I was like, well, now it works. But I was like, it was like the fate ending. I'm like, you've got to be shitting me. As I was talking about and thinking about the ending of a Gemini Cancer cusp, like, well, shedding a skin, like one personality, like moving on to another level of life, my pen dies. If that's not freaking symbolic and, gosh, maybe someone needs to be writing or hasn't been writing and, oh gosh. There were so many messages in here, and I'm already like 11 minutes in, but I'm telling you, the more I sage the shit out of this place, the more I follow exactly what I'm seeing and connecting the things that I'm seeing. The Facebook message that popped up and the, like someone, for whatever reason, well, I know the reasons, but someone is very shook by what's happened in Texas with the school shooting. It has affected someone very much, and I feel like that's a vague comment, but I feel like there's a Gemini Cancer cusp out there who was affected by that more than they would imagine they would have been. Maybe it was their age group that they taught, maybe they have children that age, but maybe this is part of this catalyst, or what someone starts having this like, fuck it, life is too short, anything could happen at any minute. Maybe this is like, I don't know, there's been a couple like shocking moments in someone's life, and they're just realizing they want to be more and more themselves, authentic and natural. Very discreet, down low. Shh. You know you are or you were wrong. Did you ever care for me? Rose tinted glasses. Like these cards have been so clear too. Ending communication / connecting with little to no closure. Ghosting. Very much Gemini thing. I was actually thinking about how I'm known for doing that. Are you in love with me? I have to give my family my attention. It's not you. I can't stop thinking of you / us. Take a stronger, more dominant and decisive approach. I think you're lying. All right, I don't want to go any more in there. I should make more index cards. These have become like, I'm done not being honest. Okay. Right off the rip too, everyone seems to be having the same message, which if I didn't know any better now, I would be like, Megan, what the fuck? You're just coming up with the same scenarios in your head. But then it does make sense, because if I have wow, I have scratches all over me. 1, 2, 3. Who has a cat? Because I don't. Can you see that scratch? And I have a scratch here. Who the hell has a cat? Like, is the cat getting ya? I don't even know why I went to cat too, but what I was saying is, like, it would make sense if because we all have a bunch of signs in our charts, that the different signs would have the same similar readings, but here we go. Gemini, Cancer Cusp. I feel like I've read this for you a couple times, and I love rewatching these things because it's like me talking to myself, but in the moment when I'm speaking out loud, I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to who I'm imagining in my head. How many times do we have to go through this? Who was doing... All right, someone... Maybe it's just like our desire, or we like the secrecy or the bad boy, bad girlness of it, but this to me speaks of I don't even know if I get sexual here. It's almost like maybe you hooked up with this person in the past, but you haven't actually seen them in years, or you were able to spend time with them out on a date or whatever, and maybe nothing actually sexually happened between you two, but there was definitely a vibe, and you've continued to talk, and one or both of you have kept it a secret and don't want, like, there's an essence of not wanting people to know. This could be a same-sex relationship. This could be someone that you're talking to and you find yourself questioning maybe a little bit, like the flirtation between you and them, and because it's same-sex, but someone wants to keep something very quiet and like nobody knows. The other person is very interested and into this person. Like they could really like this person. So they've been going forward with rose-tinted glasses on, maybe agreeing with things. Someone ends up getting ghosted. They know they were wrong for doing this, leaving the other person feeling very like, did you even care for me? Did you even love me? I feel like the person with rose-tinted glasses is like has envisioned happily ever after with this person who they should not, like, this person could be having their whole other family that they give their attention and life to. At the same time, I can also read this as there was someone who had a family, who has a family. They could be a single parent, but yeah, it could be a single parent who has flings literally whenever they are able to, and they have a busy schedule, so it's not like they're humping and bumping all the time and have all this time to themselves or whatever, but it's like they continue to talk to this person though, even if you're not able to see them in person. The other way I could see this and read this is someone who's married, who has a family, who is discreetly talking to someone on the side. It might be just like having someone to communicate with, like shoot the shit with, someone who's not your wife or your husband. And it's not sexual, like maybe it's lightly sexual. There's been a little sexting, nothing too crazy or wild. But it's been discreet. You know it's wrong. You know this other person is more into it than you. You may have, the person who has the family may have had to say some things that they know they were lying almost to be able to keep what they were having going and not have to actually do anything for the person. I feel like maybe someone eventually just, the person who's being, I want to say used and kept on a string. There's been a big theme of being kept hanging on in all my readings, but someone had the rose tinted glasses and finally was like, you know, did you ever even care for me? You know you were wrong for doing this. Are you in love with me? You said you've been in love with me, are you? And then ends communication with little to no closure and just is like, fuck it, because they know they deserve more. These are really, really a make your own adventure. I could keep going with different storylines and like just anybody can do this. You just have to be creative with your thinking. And it's bound to be someone's message, and that's why I keep going, because it's bound to be someone's message in there. And if that wasn't your message, then you should check out the other signs, Gemini, Cancer, Cusp. You should check out the Gemini readings if you're a June 17th through the 20th, the Cancer readings if you're the 21st through the 23rd. And you should check out your rising, your sun, and your Venus signs. I'm really trying to push this channel to be able to have it as my own little side gig, and eventually, like, who knows, like, I'm shooting for the stars. I have a friend who told me the other day, like, he would love to see this become my income and something that I do straight every single day. And he's very math brain, so he was thinking about like the minutes and like the time put in and the energy, and he's like, you're putting in this many hours of work and da 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 da. And it is a job to like give all my thinking to it, because that's what it is. The best way I could describe it is like if someone's job was to sit and crunch numbers or look at numbers and put puzzle pieces together, it kind of hurts your brain after a while, because the puzzle will fit, you just have to figure out how it fits. Maybe Gemini, Cancer, Cusp, this is part of the whole new change in you where you're just like seeing things differently. Something about returning to like a very hippier, like 60s, almost like minimalistic. Four of Cups. The Devil. Capricorn energy. The Chariot, Cancer. It's at the bottom. Oh, wow. Okay, we'll take these. We'll take these friends who popped out. Ace of Cups is now at the bottom. Very nice. Very nice. Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Two of Cups. I see an apology. I see you making up with people. Oh, yeah. Strength, Leo energy. Someone who's been thinking about maybe reaching out, or this is either an apology, the Star, Aquarius. You could be dealing with a Capricorn, Aquarius cusp, because there's two, because they're here and they're right in order, but someone sees you for your strength and value, and like This is strength, like strong stardom, strong healing energy. I'm hearing like strong empathy. It's like a Care Bear shooting shooting out empathy. Someone here is their intuition is so strong, like psychic abilities, Gemini, Cancer, Cusp. What you think is happening that you'd normally be turning to people and being like, well, what do you think? You should not be turning to people and saying, what do you think? It's because you know. You be knowing. There could be a Gemini, Cancer, Cusp out there who is interested in or has found themselves learning more and more about esoteric and occult knowledge. Maybe even just watching like YouTube videos, but this is heavy, like someone wants to learn about the esoteric knowledge of the Egyptians. Someone's interested in learning about the power and the science behind the pyramids. Like, this isn't just I put on a witch hat and I'm a witch for Halloween. Like, this is someone who's actually interested in learning about the beliefs. I don't think this is someone going out trying to hex the world or anything like that. This is a truth seeker. This is someone who has gone out, and this is part of this person's powers and healing powers back, is because they've come to understand the knowledge of the world, and almost like they've come to understand or look at religion differently and starting to wonder if like the things that they were told were awful and bad and you're gonna go to hell for doing that. They're looking at it as like, see that eyeball? It's seeing things differently, and it's coming from the pyramid. And it's like, this is heavily someone who could have been raised Roman Catholic, because I'm just seeing like the cup of Christ there, and like hearing a Roman Catholic priest. Like, someone is thinking a lot about their religious upbringing, or like just the it could have been what you taught them, Gemini, Cancer, Cusp. This is like what they remember about you. Like, it's almost like this is someone who's like powerful with their God, and I feel like stupid saying this out loud, because I feel like someone's gonna be like, several people could be like, bitch, you're talking to yourself. But this is like sincerely, severely what is coming out into my head. Someone's psychic abilities are very, very strong, and they use their abilities in the most positive, loving, Care Bear, Captain Planet, we're gonna save this shit manner. And that is part of this person's like superhero, superpower ability. This is love for themselves. This is love for everyone. This is the Gemini I was saying will say hi to you, even with the 2 at the top that looks like the Gemini sign. This is the Gemini who's saying hi to you before you can say hi to them, because it's not a fake thing. It's like I want to be positive and nice and be a Care Bear, because I learned that back in time they knew the principles. I'm hearing the hermetic principles. Someone who researched like what were the beliefs, the other beliefs, who started looking at different religions, who started looking at different cultures, and started maybe even noticing patterns in these different cultures and religions, but the main like principles and like the things that needed to be shared, and like I don't know how else to describe this, but like someone for a long time was trying to find validation and was following societal standards, trying to do what they thought they should do, and to be able to become satisfied with life and happy with everything. Like, this is the picket fence and everything. They did several times or tried in several ways to get to what they thought they wanted. This, to me, with this Ace of Cups at the bottom, someone like turning inward, looking inward, considering the power and magic within themselves that they'd been trying to go outward and get the validation for. It's like someone realized how much, see how this person was constantly giving their cup of love, constantly giving that cup of love. That cup now pours into oneself, and like the power on like the mental power and energy of this person has just grown. Someone's power has just grown, and it is a gift. They are using it in a positive, loving manner. This is a healing energy. Someone is out here healing. You could be it's like your kind words. You could be, I'm even hearing like a coach or a life coach, or like just the words that you're giving out there. Someone learned the power and is like almost teaching other people like the power that the acceptance and the self-fulfillment that you're looking for out there with your cup of love out like this. If you take the time and learn, like I've learned through learning about different things in history and religions, and like just tapping into the knowledge that's already out there and on the internet, but doing the research and going down the rabbit hole, someone ends up coming out, giving their own cup of love to themselves. Hey, hey. And from there, we have this mental, special, strong ass, bright light of strength and healing and Care Bear energy. You know what I mean? As always, please let me know if it resonates. Gosh, the Hermit reverse. So far we have Virgo just popped up. We have Capricorn, Sagittarius, and Leo. I want to go back to what I was saying. I feel there is something to, I'm hearing the Janet Jackson version of Joni Mitchell's Don't It Always Seem to Go. I feel like there was someone, or there were people whose lives were left quieter and dimmer if you ghosted them, Gemini, Cancer. And they know the love that you gave them that they didn't return. I think this, like I said, could be an apology, or someone thinking heavy about you, wanting to make right the wrongs that they made. This could be more than one person. There might be, like I said, more than one person who in your life, Gemini, Cancer, Cusp, owes you an apology. They did not see your worth. They did not see your worth. And I feel like it might have been at a time in your life where you didn't see your worth. And that may have been part of the problem. But the day and time came where someone was sick of this shit and they moved on. They moved on and focused on themselves. And like, that is where I know for me at least, I'll give so many chances, so many chances, so many chances. And then like, it'll come to like one last straw. And then I'll never forget what that last straw was. I'll forget all the shit that built up to it, but it'll be that one straw, and I'll be able to remember that was the straw that broke the camel's back. That comment to me is why I just stopped talking to that person, because I was so sick of those backhanded comments. And if you ever tried to point it out to them, of course they're not good. They're going to be like, what are you talking about? So you just get to moving. Yes, there is some element of something that was unhealthy and very imbalanced here. I hate to use the TOXIC word, but feeling like stuck and bound to people, or there was someone constantly looking for validation from people or this relationship that it's like you never needed to be looking for that validation. Didn't I say something where in the beginning where there's a Gemini Cancer cusp who's like, maybe you're afraid of looking like a fool, or you felt like you look like a fool, but I think this is the person or people in the past who played you for a fool or thought you were a fool when really you were a wise-ass motherfucker who was just keeping your shit to yourself, because with this Hermit in reverse. I feel like there's a Gemini Cancer cusp here who is so powerful and knows how powerful they are, that they have kept their power in check because they know they could be a sincere, heartbreaking person who could like really hurt people's feelings. They've chosen with their power and what they've learned about the principles of the world and the energy that we give out there. They have learned and chosen to use their power for good in a world where they see a lot of people churning to playing people for fools and using people. There is someone here who sees that, I want to say disparity, sees people getting used and played, hears about the stories of it, and like they have made the it's like the decision to not continue the pattern. Maybe you've been heartbroken several times in the same way and you're choosing not to go down that same path again, or to not continue to look for love. You're not going to let this break your spirit and belief that, yeah, I've had these many heartbreaks and I'm single for this long, but you know what? I am still going to end up with the love of my life because that's what I know is going to happen. Rather than using someone's powerful thoughts to be like, oh my God, I'm still single. Why am I still single? Because those thoughts have energy and power to them, and you can't do that. If you choose to look at it more like as I'm still single because the person I'm meant to be with is, how do I word this? I just explained this the other day. It's like the longer you can wait and not settle, the better the outcome will be. It's almost like a challenge or a test. Will you take this half-ass love who's kind of nice to you? No? Okay, good. What about this guy? He's sketchy, but he's good looking. No? Okay, good. What about this guy? He's got a lot of money, but he's always working and he never has time for you when you want to be able to go out and do stuff. He checks off everything except he can't give you the time you're looking for. Making peace with that and moving on and knowing because that's not what you're looking for. There's something here to that. This could be job related if you're in a relationship. It's like waiting for the right relationship, the right thank you, acceptance, handshake. If there was someone, or I still want to say a group of people, because there are so many, there's the Aquarius is here, Leo is here, Sagittarius is here, Capricorn is here, if there, Virgo is here currently. If there was more than one person, if it was like a group of people who you feel played you for a fool, or thought you were a fool and naive, and you've kind of separated from them and gone your own way, there's this desire to make peace, to come together and what's the word? Reconcile? Ten of Pentacles reversed. I want to say this is someone you dated, or you would have dated. But I still keep thinking it's more than one person, because it's a group of people there. This could be like a family. Somewhere where you gave a lot of love and you tried many times to make things work and it just never worked. All these tens here are in reverse. It never worked. But I feel like I'm seeing all these tens because it was like an attempt after an attempt after attempt to make things good and like make things kosher and good, but it was just an unhealthy connection and group of people or whatnot, and it led to heartbreak. But that is healed and you've moved on and you've had new beginnings. But I also think this symbolizes with that Ace of Cups, this desire, and with everything in reverse, this desire to like make amends. High Priestess, Pisces energy, Five of Wands. Someone is the ringleader too behind wanting to make amends. Someone could be checking online and watching to see what you're doing, Gemini, Cancer, Cusp, or this is just you off on your own, minding your P's and Q's without any of those people or problems in your life. And oh shit, I've arisen from being one of those people that would be fighting and in that toxic, unhappy situation to, oh bitch, I'm a High Priestess now. I've leveled the F up. I focused on myself. I focused on learning my esoteric knowledge that I know that is hidden behind that curtain. The towers, the B and the J towers, all represent esoteric knowledge and the wisdom that the High Priestess knows that the average person isn't aware of. Things like, I don't want to get into it, but like the black and white, the duality of life and death, like look at celebrities, they're all in black and white. Bride and groom, it's all symbolic. Masonic floor, black and white. Kris Jenner's floor, black and white. It's all symbolic of duality and esoteric and occult knowledge. And Cardi B's cover of her album, she's wearing black and white. Go out there and just Google celebrities wearing black and white and what it means. Goes back to Isis and Osiris. Goes back to the Egyptians. Probably even further than that. Heavy emphasis on understanding things, or like you understood maybe that leaving behind these people, places, and things that were unhealthy for you. Something about someone's intuition being so super strong as soon as they dropped these people. It's like this was, you could have been doing a lot of partying, you could have been doing a lot of dating, and it's like this was shadowing your natural born gift to heal and love. Maybe it was shadowing it by having you be in a bad mood or pissy and jealous and insecure. And it's like once you got rid of these people who were in your life that were making you very tough and making you more of a crab than the Gemini that you are, as soon as you got rid of them, I feel like things became more natural and better, and their intuition like became spot on. Spot on. King of Cups and the Tower reversed. This is heavy Scorpio energy because the Tower is Scorpio and Aries, and then the King of Cups is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. This is something or someone who was left in the past. This could be the person who's trying to reach out and trying to make the Tower good again. This could be someone who, I want to say, broke your heart in the past. They are going to come in. This was the toxic on energy, because I can see the devil right here. They're going to come in and say, like, there was no one like you. You were so hot. There was no one that got them going just like you. And I just think that you are going to, I get a feeling of this is being left behind. Rising above this. Discerning. Temperance reverse. Just went flying over to Temperance. I feel like that is the two parts of you, as I was saying. You're being victorious of pushing away people and people from the past. This doesn't have to be a Scorpio, but this could be that group of people who you once had feelings for, and there was an ending and there was a lot of heartbreak, the ones that want to come back and make it good again. And I feel like you're going to discern that this isn't the best thing to do, because in the past, the things that they did to you, or this person, or this job, the things that were done to you, you now know were all shadowing and hiding your God-given gift. That it's like you don't want to go backwards and have to retract yourself, because you are very aware that you are you're a healer. I feel like you hear it in readings, you're hearing it from me, you know this about yourself. And there's something to a Gemini, Cancer, Cusp coming to value that about themselves and being like, listen, motherfucker, if you don't deserve the healing, get to step in. Why am I going to waste my energy on you? Bitch. And because you tell these people to get to step in, fuck me. Look at all those wands between the King and the Queen. Because you get to tell these people, get to step in, you are on fire. The more people you tell you're not worth shit, you're not worth any of my energy, the more in line you become with all your sexual strong energy. And this ties into a Gemini, Cancer, Cusp who has this star strength all of a sudden. I don't want to say all of a sudden, I feel like it's always been there, but it's, people played it for a fool and they didn't think it existed. I feel like you always knew this strength in you existed, this fire in you existed, but they didn't believe in it and they didn't see it, so you have done it yourself. The King and Queen with all those wands, this is representative of you now, all one person. Masculine, feminine, totally in control. This is a powerful person right here. Like powerful manifester. And it's going right down with the star card where I'm saying there is some star strength and power here. And you don't give that shit away for anything anymore. You celebrate it with who deserves it, and those that you had to ghost and cut from your life because they were unhealthy from you, they do not get to experience or enjoy you and your gifts. I feel like there's going to be a change in a Gemini, Cancer, Cusp. One who used to talk to many is going to talk to few and few. Who used to travel and go see people is going to do that less and less. And it's going to be a return of any energy to oneself. This is sounding very lonely and singular here at the end, but I just, and I do feel it seems very like, at the end of this, I see just Gemini, Cancer, Cusp working on themselves, slow and steady, with my gift. I'm not hiding it. It's right here. I'm strong as shit. You're either with me or you're not with me. It's because you're not against me, because I don't give a shit. So, gosh. You are definitely getting rid of anybody who is not giving to you. See him pushing away that guy, and that dove is pouring into the cup. That's then Temperance again. Heavy Sagittarius energy. Did you, like, I can think of a Sagittarius on my mind that I ran into recently, and I'm wondering, because he's a part of a group of people, that's where this is coming from. But I also have Sagittarius in my chart. Three of Pentacles. This was someone that, this was a group of people, Gemini, Cancer, Cusp. This was a group of, it could be even part of your family, that you literally had to be like, fuck off. You had had enough. You had had enough. And you cut that shit. Queen of Swords, that's a Gemini energy right there. Three of Pentacles reversed. It wasn't working anymore. And someone was taking advantage of Gemini, Cancer, Cusp. They came in and laid the law. I was like, fuck y'all. I've put up with all this shit. I'm not doing this. I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. Literally, like, I'm taking my stuff and I'm going home. Temperance reverse. Sagittarius again with this Knight of Swords. Holy shit, this is exactly the same two cards I was just showing you. You may have a Sagittarius who can't make up their effing mind about whether or not they want to reach out to you, Gemini, Cancer, Cusp. I also think that they could be very biting, or you're afraid they would be very biting and not nice to you if you reach out to them, if you've thought about reaching out to them. Because maybe they were part of that group of people, like I was saying, who you had to be like, fuck off. I'm taking my ball and I'm going home. I'm rescinding my love and energy. There is a desire to talk, though. I feel like either you or this person, Gemini, Cancer, Cusp, has been a distracting thought in this person's mind that they wish they didn't have. Like, their life is going this way, and then all of a sudden you pop up, like something from you pops up, or a memory of you pops up, and like it's almost like they're pissed because they don't want to be thinking about you. Ace of Swords reverse. I don't think you're talking to this person and you're each thinking about each other, but you're wondering, like, if each, like, should I reach out? The Hanged Man. Waiting. Pisces energy again. Followed by Justice. Followed by the Empress reverse. Yeah. Followed by the Hermit. This is someone acknowledging, like, they're waiting because they know they owe an apology and they know they have to... Maybe someone has to tell the truth of what was going on. Like, maybe someone wasn't single. Or had been acting like... I also get now, someone is single. Maybe they couldn't talk to you before because they weren't single and now they are. Because the truth is, this person has always seen you in a high light, Gemini, Cancer, Cusp. They always thought you were like mother material or father material. They always thought you were special, something special, like beautiful and caring. And even if you're a male Gemini, Cancer, Cusp, you were always viewed as like special and caring and loving and just warm. The Chariot reverse. There's 2 cards here now of no movement forward, no communication forward. Homie's thinking about it though. He's looking at that sword and thinking about swinging it, and that would be the yo, what's up message. And that is the yo, what's up message that is sent out, that they're thinking about in the future. It will come with time, if it comes. The Lovers reverse. Someone's indecisive about it. Someone's indecisive about it. Yep. They could be one of the group who is thinking about reaching out, or even you could live at a distance, or there was a lot of travel, or there would be a lot of travel. But I think it's also like you are in someone's thoughts, Gemini, Cancer, Cusp, and if it's who you're thinking about right now, heavy Sagittarius energy, I think it's that person. If you are a cross watcher watching for the Gemini, Cancer, Cusp, if you're a Sagittarius, for the love of everything that is holy, please let your girl know, because you are all over this like butter on toast, okay? Yeah, really interesting. There's no communication now because someone is grappling. Oh, I didn't even notice this one. The Devil again. Heavy Capricorn energy. Someone is like really into learning about the occult, and I feel like they're really I also just got, and I'm starting to blush, someone is having wildly naughty thoughts of you, Gemini, Cancer, Cusp. Like, I'm blushing right now. I'm not going in any more than this. It's almost been an hour. Whoever this is that you are not actually talking to at the moment, maybe you've spoken to them in the past, but you cut them off and ghosted them, they are hella attracted to you. They think you are so fire. They want to tie you up and do the kinkiest, dirtiest things to you and make you scream all sorts of things. So, Gemini, Cancer, Cusp. I will see you next time. My voice is cracking. I don't even know what I'm going to title this. I think I'm going to title it something to the effect of like, indecision about reconciliation, unfortunately. Because that Devil also speaks of being someone being stubborn as fuck. And with this Temperance up and down and up and down, and that this Chariot reverse, not going forward, and then the Lovers reverse, a lot of indecision, but there's a lot of thinking, and someone thinks, Gemini, Cancer, Cusp, that you are just like a cut above the rest. All right, I will end it there, and I will see you next time. Bye, Gemini, Cancer, Cusp.